This video found you here today because I want to remind you that you have the power in this moment to shift your life. And the power that you have is available to you at any given moment. So what is the true power that you really have in this moment? Let's just start there. Let's just start to understand that first. You have the power to shift and focus your awareness in some place. Why is this so powerful? Most people don't understand that where you place and focus your awareness on, that thing grows. You can imagine it like there is a soil and that your awareness is the light and the water for it. And so whenever you're placing your awareness on, let's say, a health issue, and you're worrying about that and feeding your awareness into that, then that thing gets nourishment. It starts to grow. It starts to manifest itself more and more into reality. Because that is the power that you have. That is the power that we all have. We are all here on this planet as creators. And we have this extremely powerful ability to bring life into where it is that we feed our energy into. The problem is that most of us have been living unconsciously for so long, feeding all of our energy into things that makes life very challenging, that makes life very painful. But we're not a victim, and at any moment we can shift out of that perceived state of being a victim, that this circumstance is actually the reason for my problems and my issues, and that this person reacting to me in this way, or that this situation not playing itself out exactly like how I want it to play itself out, that is the problem. But the problem is not actually originating from there. It is originating from us continuing to feed our awareness into these things. Choosing at every single moment of your life, you have a choice to choose what to feed into. To choose what to feed into. And what you choose to feed into, you get more of. This is the seat of your power, my friend. This place right here, where you have the ability to give life to something. For you, it's just about realizing at this point, where have I been giving life to things? What have I been giving life to at this point of my life? How is my life looking like in this moment? And how is it that my life is looking like this in this moment? What is it that I've been doing as to feed my energy into this thing, as to create and manifest this reality that I'm now in? You have the power at any moment to change your life by changing what it is that you feed into. And one thing that is very important to understand about this is that in order for a new beginning to occur in your life, the old must go. You need to create space for something new to come into your life. In a lot of cases, we actually carry a lot of things within us. Most of us do this. We carry a lot of stuff within us, within our heart, from experiences of our past that we're carrying to this day that actually led us to be unconscious in the first place because we lived from the ego that was always distracting your awareness from this place because you didn't want to be aware of this place. A very powerful thing and pretty much essential to live a life of alignment is to move your awareness out of the ego and into the heart again and into the body. Because from this place we must first see, before we can even understand and know what it is that's actually going to be fulfilling for us and where we really should dive our energy into. Because this place reveals a lot about, or pretty much everything about, who it is that we really are. And when you can tap into this state within yourself by deciding at this point in your life that I'm not going to feed my energy into the programs of the mind anymore, but realize that I am not the mind, nor are you actually this place. You are the awareness of both emotion and mind and thoughts and programs. You're aware of this. The universe operates through your heart. Love operates through your heart. The higher path designed for you by your higher self, where you reach your highest point of fulfillment, is always unveiled to you one step at a time by being aware of what's happening within this space. When you live too long up here, you have the challenges and issues that we're so used to, the worrying, the overthinking, the procrastination, and so on. It all actually stems from placing our awareness too much on these things, but they grow in their power simply and remain in power because we fail to recognize what's actually happening in here. And then, as I mentioned many times here on my channel, we grow numb to this place. We don't understand that this place exists, because in order to once again connect yourself back to this place of the heart, of the body, of the sensations that's going on within here, you have to start moving your awareness back here. And to be consistent in doing that, as to awaken yourself again to what it is that actually exists here. Because this place goes numb to you the more that you've lived your life up here. Every single time that you have a challenging thing happening, you overthink something to an extreme degree. You're worrying about if this is right or wrong, or if I should be doing this thing or that thing. I want you to understand and consider that this is not something natural. And that this is actually a rejection. Confusion is always a rejection of what is being felt. You don't perhaps understand what is being felt in this moment because you lost your ability to feel it over time. But you can tap back into it as to receive clarity. Because as long as you're rejecting what is being felt within yourself from here, then that means that you have a perception that you're not whole and complete in this moment, because that is where all of this actually stems from. We start to bury and suppress a lot of who it is that we truly are on a deep level, because we have some belief here in the mind that says that can't be connected to this because I'm not whole and complete. And the challenging part of snapping out of our trance, of the matrix that we've been living our life in, where we worried about certain things, where we thought about certain things in a certain way, where we pushed away friendships, or we were being narcissistic, whatever it is that you've been doing, to understand that all of that actually came from this rejection of placing your awareness here. Because on some level, the ego came in and protected you from this place at some point, because it jeopardized your survival as a kid, and within your family, within society. It didn't make you fit into the mold of what's going on in your surrounding. And I'm talking about this because it's important to understand why it is that we chose to create a life that is not at all how we would like it to be if we could really choose. And it's not because we're inherently, someone that is mean to ourselves and that wants the worst for us, because that's not how any of this works. We actually on some level believe that this place that we are in right now, we on some level believe that this is in alignment with what it is that we deserve and what it is that we need in order to be safe. Because if you are not whole and complete, then you need a lot of validation to feel a sense of actually being whole and complete. You need these people around you, and so you set your boundaries. You throw them out the window because you need people around you, for example. You go chasing after this relationship or this success within your work because I need the validation or the perception that I'm good enough that comes with the arrival of this success, right? Because without this, I'm just left with this sensation of I'm not whole and complete, that I'm always running away from by living in the matrix of your mind and your thoughts and feeding your awareness into this place. Now, of course, you're not this place. And you're not this place. You're the awareness that are aware of all of it. And in choosing to place your awareness on the programs, on the overthinking and worrying, of course you manifest more of that. If you choose to place your focus and awareness on the heart and to feel again, then naturally, as the body so naturally does, it takes care of and integrates and becomes whole and complete with these things. There's no rejection to it anymore. There's no confusion. And when you're operating from this state of feeling first, doing second, and not doing first as to suppress what's being felt anymore, which is the normal for most people on this planet, because we live on a deeply unconscious planet, that's when you tap into the easy flow of shifting your life. Because shifting your life becomes extremely hard when you're still unconsciously hijacked by the belief also that I am this mind, I am this person, I have to keep myself alive, and instead move back a little bit and realize that I am the awareness of this mind. I am the awareness of this space. I am supposed to co-create with these things. These things are not supposed to control and take the seat, the driver's seat. They're supposed to be tools that I, as the awareness, can choose to tune into if I wish to do so. And to always hear it out and understand, is this something that is in the best interest for where it is that I'm going, or is it something that I should ignore? For example, in a lot of cases, you're supposed to be very uncomfortable and still be perfectly in alignment. In some cases, you're not supposed to be uncomfortable and supposed to move yourself away from the uncomfortable into something more pleasurable, something more exciting and joyful. There is no right or wrong on this level, which is why you as the conscious awareness have to come into the picture and be the conscious creator of where it is that you're going. And this, of course, becomes so much easier when you are deeply connected to the truth of who it is that you are. And in order to be connected to that, you need to fully take ownership of everything going on here. And not live unconsciously as to never be in the presence of it. All of our addictions, all of our trying to get somewhere, trying to become enlightened, raise my vibration, all of this, and it's all just bullshit, really. Why try when you already are? You're whole and complete. You don't need to add anything onto it. Of course, it's very scary to assume that I am whole and complete, as I am right now. Because that means that in the moment of that shift of realizing and saying, I am whole and complete in this moment and I can do anything and shift my awareness into whatever it is that I want in my life, and that thing will come alive. To take your power back in this sort of way means that in a lot of cases, you have to become presently aware of what it is that you also buried first. Because it comes up into the picture again. Oh, so I am whole and complete, this shame or fear or anger that I never allowed myself to be in connection to comes up again. And then you realize like, oh my God, I want to run, I want to scream, I'm so uncomfortable. Let's go back into my old way of doing things. Because my old way, my old lifestyle always kept this on lockdown. And to make that new choice from this moment here, to feed into something that is not of a distraction nature anymore, not into those overthinking thoughts, but into something that is taking you closer to where it is that you want to be. A very powerful thing, for example, is that of just allowing yourself to connect to your body. A practice of that, where perhaps you meditate a little bit in the morning, or you do a little bit of tapping, or you take a little walk in nature, something that you know works well for you when it comes to connecting to your body and to present moment awareness. Because the more that you open up space in your everyday life, the more this space of feeling starts to become possible again. And in order to live a truly satisfying, fulfilled, and joyful life, you need to have the capacity to feel. Of course, it is very challenging to be in that capacity to feel if we believe and have so many stories and stuff attached to this character that we're playing that we're not supposed to feel in this way. It becomes very, very painful and a place of suffering. But what if you're meant to feel it all? And that it's not even you and that it's just meant to fluctuate like waves? and that you can be aware of it, and with your awareness, choose what to do with it. And then start co-creating with the universe in this way. And to flow, start feeding your light into the heart, your awareness into the heart, into the sensations here. And give it permission to exist as if it was already whole and complete. And in that way also the programs and the worrying, overthinking and so on, addictions, starts to move out of the way. Because they only ever existed because of the rejection of this. When you allow yourself to feel this again, there is no need for this. It evaporates and moves out of the way. And then of course without this, it becomes over time much more simple to feed into the things that you want to give life to. Because this always tries to hijack your attention as to feed it into something that creates a reality that is painful, that is suffering, that is challenging. Because on some level you believe that you should be in this little box. Because this is where you believe that you deserve to be as this individual that is not whole and complete and that doesn't deserve more. But the more you take ownership over this and connect back to it and become whole and complete, realize that you are whole and complete already by actually taking ownership and feeling into yourself again, that everything just starts becoming quite effortless and easy. If you want to learn more about this, make sure to check out my Patreon. I have a live stream next Monday and also my self-mastery call. I would love to see you there. Bye.